welcome to Coffee Walk. We're going to hit a couple of unique items today. We've got a 1978 CJ-5 Renegade that has been here locally for many, many years. It's got very low miles. I think it's about 21,000 miles. Look at that. We are out of the coffee condoms. I don't think you're allowed to say that on the intranet, but there you go. Keep the heat down. So anyways, 1978 CJ-5 Renegade, which was one of the top line editions in 1978. You could have also gotten the Golden Eagle. Let's go check this out. Here's what's really special about this Jeep is it is untouched as it left the factory with maybe one or two slight modifications. Still has the original wheels, and in 1978 these were pinstriped with red. The later model CJ wheels and white wagon wheels were pinstriped in black, and these do not have the center caps, and they do have bigger hubs. This Jeep also has all 5 original tires on it, which is really cool. So as you can see, they're the Goodyear Tracker ATs. The Renegade package got the special stripes, got the rocker moldings, it got the Sure Grip steering wheel, you got the dash pad, you got the black gauge surround cluster. Now this one is also additional to the Renegade package. It's got the Levi's editions. Obviously you can see the Levi's decal. That's a tan Levi's style top, and then the seats are Levi's denim, and these buttons on the center actually say Levi's on them, which is different from the Silver Anniversary CJ5s you've seen us restore in the past. So if you walk around this Jeep, all the original items are still here. You got your bumperettes, you got your drawbar, again, original tire. What's also unique is, as I've said in the past, these radios were expensive on these Jeeps. The AM radio was $232, which just has the factory AM radio still in it. And something you rarely see is the original early T150 shift knobs. Most of these have been replaced with a smooth knob. They look like a leather-wrapped knob with 3 stitching patterns on them. Very cool. You can also tell the condition of this Jeep how nice it is. Look at these seat belts. We have not cleaned or washed this Jeep at all. It has 21,494 actual miles. Now in the CJ5, what people really like and are super collectible, oh, missed something. When you walk up to one of these to see if it's got the original top on it, they've got date codes in the corner. But also, you want to make sure it says Jeep Special Equipment. Jeep still has its original top on it. Pretty cool. So there are 3 engine options in this year. You had the Iron Duke 151 4-cylinder. You had the oh-so-famous 258 4.2-liter 6-cylinder, or you had the factory 304 V8. Obviously, the V8 is the most desired one. There's not a ton of V8 CJ5s left. Most of them got ridden hard and put up wet. This one's also factory power steering and power brakes. Now, you're seeing this Jeep just as we found it. We haven't cleaned it up. We haven't serviced it yet. I think this paint on some of these early ones, especially the black ones, is going to buff out and polish really nice. Another thing that's rare is to see one in black. The factory didn't particularly like to paint them in black because it was extra prep time. And when you shot these Jeeps in black, it showed all the factory weld marks on them. So really cool find, 78 CJ5 V8 power steering, power brake Renegade with original tires and wheels. Now I've got something cool out here in the back I want to show you, an entry-level British sports cars. Most of the ones we buy are high-end stuff, but this is a cool entry-level car that was pretty common in the North American market back in the day and all over Europe. So if you were looking in the 1950 to 52 range and you're an MG fan, what you'd be looking for is an MGTD. This car was built in September of 1951, which in the US would be considered a 1952 because in the 9th month we changed over our automotive years. However, since this was built in the UK, this would be considered a 1951. What's special about this particular TD is this is a TD/C. And the first thing you can see when you walk up to the car to get excited about is when you look at the serial number, you have TD, then you have a /C. The C stood for competition model. So you had an improved cylinder head, twin carburetors that were bigger carburetors than the standard carburetors. You also added friction shocks to the front and the back. The wheels were wider, tires were taller. So if you wanted a really cool TD, you went for a TD-C. This was later on in production called a TD2 or the Mark II. What I like about this car is it's straight, solid, appears to be original paint, still presentable on the interior. Again, this is as found. We have not washed or cleaned this car, but on the lower end of the collectible British cars, you're going to find the TD series. It has a lot of the look of the more expensive cars, like the Bentleys or even the TCTD, which is a more expensive version of this, but a lot of the open cars like Jaguar, this is kind of the smaller miniature version of it and much cheaper. These are very affordable. All the parts are available. You can go to a company called mossmotors.com to get everything. So if you're looking for a project at home that's easy, simple, and cheap to work on, that's fun, I'd recommend an MGTD for a European sports car. Second to the MGTD, or maybe not second to it, another very easy British sports car to work on that's still very affordable is the Bug Eye Sprite. Some people call them the Frog Eye. So it's pretty obvious to see why they call it that, because look at the front end of this car. These little Sprites are a lot of fun. The parts are available for them. They're still very affordable. Both of these cars can be obtained for under $20,000, and even a car like this would be under $10,000 to start on. If you're looking for a quick, fun, simple car that all of the parts are available, the Bug Eye Sprite, they're all available through Moss Motors as well. Really cool car. They've got a lot of look, a lot of character. There's also a lot of hot rod and modification parts for these cars available. You can build it the way you want it. So there you have it, two cool British sports cars that the parts are still available and they're still affordable. Have a great day, go fast, have fun.